Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the government shutdown has backfired massively on Senate Minority Leader and New York Senator Charles Schumer. And it's one of his own Democrats that's actually saying it. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. See, Senator Angus King, Democrat, he's one of the people that voted along with John Fetterman to keep the government open. Voted along with Republicans to keep the government open because they want to do the people's work. They want to. They think they believe actually what the Democrats have been saying for years, that there's really never a time for a government shutdown, and policy decisions can be negotiated later. Now, a Republican tactic is usually we're saying, hey, let's shut the government down and get this done. We switch sides here. It's kind of interesting. But Angus King points out something that I've been saying. You've been screaming for months, no kings, no kings, no kings, no kings in relation to Trump. That's your new Russia, Russia, Russia. And Democrats are great at slogans. Not really good at knowing what those slogans mean, but they're really good at slogans. And so they've been shouting, no kings, right? No kings, no kings, no kings. And then you shut the government down, and essentially you've given President Trump the power of a king. All those Doge cuts he wanted to make, he can make them now. Doesn't need Congress, doesn't need to look at you guys, doesn't need to ask you guys anything. You have cleared the path for him to do exactly what he wanted to do from day one. How ridiculous can you guys be? How can you make such an easy fumble? How do you do that? How do you make such a mistake? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense at all. I don't know how you can make that happen. And to walk right into it, it's almost like President Trump set a trap. It's almost like he was playing 4D chess and you were playing checkers. Maybe, Schumer, maybe that's exactly what happened. I want you guys to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
I just came from the Senate floor where I took one of the most difficult votes I've taken since I've been in the Senate. I voted to keep the government open for a continuing resolution. The irony of this vote is many feel that this was an opportunity to stand up to Donald Trump, to vote no, and to fight back. The irony, the paradox is by shutting the government, we're actually giving Donald Trump more power. And that was why I voted yes. I did not want to hand Donald Trump and Russell Vought and Stephen Miller additional power to decimate the federal government, to decimate the programs that are so important to so many people. Here is what Donald Trump said just this afternoon. We can do things during a shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them, he means the Democrats, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. We can do things medically and other ways, including benefits. We can cut numbers of people out. Maya Angelou once said, if someone tells you who they are, you should believe them. Donald Trump, in this quote, tells us what he plans to do if there's a shutdown, and it will not be good for the American people. This was a difficult vote, but in the end, I could not, in good conscience, vote to shut the government down and hand even greater power to the trio of Donald Trump, Stephen Miller, and Russell Vought. This was a vote of conscience on behalf of the state of Maine and the people of the United States.